Jerry Shenk is here from the video station with his monthly picks. Good to see you again.
Hello.
We have a different format, I guess.
We are varying the format. You will notice we have only 3 movies.
For those playing the home game?
Yeah, right. And one of them is a very famous, not obscure, and we usually do obscure videos. Okay? But we have a theme here. The theme is theodicy. And you know what that means.
Yes, absolutely.
How do you explain the wickedness of the world and the loving God? Okay, and Theodicy is Leibniz's book, and the satire of it is Voltaire's Candide, if you want to read books. I should have brought a couple books along. All right. The first one is Sarah's Key, and this presents, first of all, it's rated PG-13. I would make sure your children are emotionally mature to watch this. It's about the Jews, 13,000 of them, 42, ripped out of their homes and taken to concentration camps, most of them dying. It takes place in modern day, the main storyline, about a journalist who wants to track this down and what happened and what's going on. And the evil that some of the scenes are just so wrenching, it's very difficult to watch. But you got to realize this happened. If you want to educate your children, show them. You know, and I think they should be educated, but be careful of this. I would rate it R myself because of the, what is the key? What is the secret of Sarah's Key? What happens? How do you trace this down? How about this wonderful journalist who is interested in truth rather than simply, you know, political viability? It's a very, very good film.
And how does it differ from other Holocaust films?
I think the emphasis on, it's not terribly brutal. It doesn't go out of the way to show you the brutality. You get the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't go out of the way to show that. And it differs also, I think, in it's trying to show that this is systemic. There's something about the system. And many people keep it up because they profit from it, while others want to resist it and don't know how. There are soldiers here who help Sarah escape, for example, from the camp he doesn't know where his loyalties lie. But he presents it as a systemic human evil problem. Going on, The Devil's Double, which is rated R, and I don't know why it isn't NC-17, okay? These ratings, this is about the story of Uday Hussein and a man he recruited to be his double to travel around in parades in case there were assassination attempts. And Uday Hussein was a psychopathic monster. You can get YouTubes of him doing his stuff on television, including a 30 Minutes report on CBS. And you guys, good God.
Yeah.
But this movie is rough, as well it ought to be. And they do have an interview with the man who played his double on the DVD.
The actual guy?
Yeah. Yeah, who is now hiding in Ireland. Because and this is, again, it's systemic. There's something wrong with the system that allows a man like Uday Hussein to simply do what he does. And it shows people profiting from it, and people who want to obviously end it and don't know what to do, they're too scared.
And why NC-17? Just brutal?
Well, just for language alone. But yes, the brutality, and there's a brutality there that is just, and to know it really happened. It made me rethink what our leaders must have known when they invaded Iraq. If they knew this, that would only have added to, let's get this over with.
So it's not a documentary?
Oh, no.
But it could be.
Could be, yeah.
All right, finally.
And finally, the famous film, The Tree of Life. This takes a look at the same kind of thing. Why do bad things happen? But it doesn't blame the system. It basically says there's something about nature. And it begins by saying you must choose between the way of nature and the way of grace. And that's an awful lot of interloping scenes about nature, the development of the universe, dinosaurs. The whole business, you know, is thrown in there. And it's a meditation, actually, on the book of Job.
Really?
It has a quote from Job at the beginning. There's a sermon towards the beginning that is in the church that these people go to that is based on the book of Job. You know, and Job has some of the best nature poetry you'll find outside of Lucretius, but, you know, really good nature poetry. And this has some photographic poetry that is just gorgeous.
And it's Brad Pitt?
Sean Penn, yeah. And you, of course, be aware that this is leisurely. Just like the book of Job is leisurely, all right? But you get, it pays off.
Yeah.
It's very good. But it shows that we make our own disastrous mistakes when we try to imitate nature, which is cruel, also beautiful. So there it is, theodicy. How do you explain? How do you work? Rough films to watch. They rip your heart out. But good stuff. People are making responsible films, and I'm glad.
All right, Jerry Shenk from the video station. All the films available. They're also listed at channel3000.com if you missed them. We'll see you next year, I guess.
Well, I should mention the book of Job is found in the Bible.
Yes.
So if you want to read that.
All right, we'll be right back with a final check your forecast. More reading.